This is a very interesting question on the domain of the function. We are given a function over here, which is sine inverse, and in the input, in the argument, we have log of 2 half x square. And it has been asked to find the domain of the function, and there are four choices over here. This symbol is called union, and you already know probably. And we also have some close interval and some open interval in these four options. So what we do, we first try to solve this problem, this f of x, and from here, in order to function to have some well-defined value, this input must be log of 2 half x square, which is input that must be between minus 1 and minus 1, and the endpoints are included. Since this is a sine inverse function, and for sine inverse function, the domain for sine inverse x is, the domain is minus 1 to 1. So log of 2 should be half x square, and it should be minus 1 to 1. And we know that if this is the base 2, then you can remove this log of 2 from this inequality by taking the power of 2 on both sides. So we have 2 raised to power minus 1 half x square 2 raised to power 1. That's how we remove the log of 2. Now the question is to find the value x over here, and from here we can get x square greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 4. So that's the value for x square. Now we just have to solve these two inequalities, and first we solve x square greater than 1, x square greater than or equal to 1. Okay, when x square is greater than or equal to 1, you simply take an under root on both sides and use the definition which says that x square is x mod. So x mod is greater than or equal to 1, which means that x is less than or equal to minus 1, or x is greater than or equal to 1. So this is the first value. Let me just draw that value over here on the real line. So we have, for example, this one is minus 1 and that one is 1, and according to this inequality, the x has been defined on the left hand side of minus 1, including the minus 1, and another x is defined on the right hand side of 1, including 1 over here. Now the second inequality, which is x square is less than or equal to 4, gives us x square less than or equal to 4, taking under root on both sides, 4 under root, and x mod is 2, and according to the definition, x is 2 and minus 2. So if we have, for example, minus 2, this is minus 2, and here we have 2, so x is minus 2 to 2. This is minus 2 to 2 for x, and remember that For another inequality, we had x is on the left hand side of -1, including -1. So we have the domain minus infinity. We have to solve for domain minus infinity to -1, then -1 included in the domain, then union. And for union, we have 1 to infinity. And remember that the domain in such cases is which is a common domain. So we have to take the common domain with -2, -2 to 2. So this is the common domain for -2 to 2. Okay, so we can see that over here, this one is x, this one is x over here, and this green line is x for -2 to 2. What will be the common? What do you think? What will be the common in all these values for x? The common value will be, if you just take this value, for example, then it is not common to other x's. If you just take this value on the right hand side of 1 and including 1, then the left part uh, will not be available for us. It can be excluded. So the common value is to all this is, if you just take, for example, -2 to 2, -2 to 2, then we have, the problem is this x is not defined for this value. So what we can do, the common value can be -2 to -1. This is common to both on the left hand side of -1, and this is the common value on the right hand side of, on the right side of 1. So we can take union 1 to 2. And what is the option over here? The correct option is this option C. And remember that we cannot take this value, since for -1 to 1, x does not lie over here. Only -2, the value for from -2 to 2 only lie over here. So the common thing is this one and this one. So this is the answer. Thank you for watching.